make Chelsea great again. And he's saying Gallagher was second in chance creation for us and led the team in duels and tackles as well as covering the most ground.
So this was him in the Prem. I guess that's what is that? Oh, that's his Chelsea ranking, not Premier League ranking.
Yeah.
Still pretty good though. I mean, Chelsea that season they finished sixth. This is under Poch. He was cooking as like this all-action midfielder, wasn't he, that season?
What was his? 7 assists.
53 chances created. Duels 1, tackles 1. So I think when it comes to people saying he's just a duel winner, I think he's a bit more than that.
No, I think people that say he's just a duel winner is not really giving him the props that he deserves for what he's done so far.
Yeah, I think he's good in the box as well. He's not like... I think when it comes to his passing, I think he's one of those where if you give him a quick decision to make, like you give him the ball and he has to make a first-time pass forward into a player into space, he can do it. But it's one of those where you give him like the ball and he's got time and space and he's got like, he has to pick a lock, and then all of a sudden when the game is slower, I think he struggles a bit.
Yeah, he's not going to be one of these guys that is going to kind of like set at the base and dictate the tempo of play and play those kind of eye through the needle balls that maybe we're looking for. But he definitely holds a big value in terms of being able to create chances, for sure.
I saw someone call him the English Højbjerg.
Oh, God. I think he's better than Højbjerg, in my opinion.
I think so. I think he's a bit different to Højbjerg. I think he's much more press resistant as well, which I think people goes under the radar with people.
He'll pick up a lot more bookings than Højbjerg, though, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, true.
All right. The Lampard View says, we really made a banner for these two. And I was actually at that game. I'm pretty sure that Conor Gallagher tifo was against Spurs.
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? We were interested in him.
Yeah, Spurs were heavily interested and linked with him in the press. And Chelsea fans were having none of it. They were like desperate to keep him and not let him go to Tottenham. And obviously they ended up selling him that summer anyway to Atletico Madrid. But I remember so clearly that tifo and being there, and also walking around outside Stamford Bridge and walking past all the pubs, and they were just singing Conor Gallagher songs non-stop.
What would be equivalent for us? I guess we don't really have too many homegrown players at the moment, but just imagine we did a tifo for that against like Chelsea, and then he goes up and ends up at that team. It's just your head would be on Mars, I think.
But that tifo was in direct response to the links at Tottenham.
Chelsea since birth. Oh God. Oh. I can understand Chelsea fans being very unhappy today. But at the end of the day, they made decisions to let him go.
But Sam, we've complained about Gunnar infiltration.
True. Are we getting Chelsea also? It's too much, man. It's too much of this infiltration. Left, right and centre. Now in the playing staff, we're getting infiltration. We've already got it at the hierarchy. We've got it at manager level. Now we're getting players coming in. Does anyone have Tottenham in their best interests at heart? Anyone? Anyone care about Spurs?
Yeah, I think
just the fans.
For me, Conor is a model professional in my opinion, and I think he'll give his all for Tottenham, and I think it'll be a good signing for us. I think the fans will really like Conor Gallagher once he gets going. In my opinion,
he'll get on board. I think they'll get on board. I think Tottenham fans definitely have a soft spot for players who just give their all with passion and always have lots of fun. That's why Paulinho, a lot of people I know a lot of people don't like his footballing ability, but everyone appreciates what he offers. We've always loved like a Palacios or a Wanyama or these kind of players.
Look, if you're willing to die on the pitch for the badge, that's one step forward to being loved by the fan base, in my opinion. Carefree Lewis, he is trolling in the last 24 hours. He says proper Chelsea as he holds up a cup saying, if they sell Conor, we riot.
They actually sold those mugs. Oh
yeah, they sold those mugs. They had T-shirts as well.
Oh my God.
It was unbelievable, but actually you can see he doesn't actually mean it, because look at that smile on his face. Like, he was one of the Chelsea fans that didn't back Conor when he was at the club.
Proper Chelsea's Conor Gallagher. I guess what would be equivalent for Tottenham? Harry Winks moving? I don't know.
I don't think we have an equivalent.
Yeah. Ledley King? No, not quite.
No way, not Ledley King.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Tanganga. Tanganga going to Chelsea.
There is I don't think there is an equivalent.
There's not really a proper equivalent, is there?
No.
Can't think of one.
Because look, at the end of the day, he was Chelsea captain for that short amount of time.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Then, what can Chelsea fans really complain about? They sold him. They decided to take the money. And so whatever he does after that was out of their control at that point.
Yeah. Thing is, I think the main thing here about Conor Gallagher is I don't think they mind him, moving on. I don't think they minded him moving on to Atletico, but they just don't want him to play for their biggest rivals in Tottenham because they still hold him, close to their hearts a little bit.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, they sold him at that point. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Well, I guess the equivalent could be Pochettino.
Poch.
That could be a bit of an equivalent.
Sure. We've seems like we've forgiven him.
I think, I still speak to some Spurs fans and they haven't. Some do, some don't. It's just, whatever way you kind of think about it. But at the time, when Poch went to Chelsea, do you remember the hate coming from the fan base?
Oh, yeah, he always, is that it? Is he done with Tottenham now? A lot of people say, yeah, that's it. He can never come back. Maybe because he was sacked so quickly and didn't do great, in theory, even though he finished sixth. Maybe that's...
Look, I think if things went a different way with Tottenham and things were looking up for Tottenham, maybe that would still hold some weight. But because we just need a saviour, that's the reality.
Yeah, true.
Le Prince says, this is why buying an Englishman is worth it. Even if he plays the most shit football you've ever seen, the Prem clubs will still pay insane money anyway.
So this is an Atletico fan.
Yeah.
Well, he seems happy to take the money, doesn't he?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Atletico reaction being quite happy to see the back of him.
They the comments as well. The comment on this had little to no impact in Spain, yet still commands fair valuations.
They kind of broke even on him, didn't they? Or did they make a slight profit?
So I think it was 38 million they spent on him. I don't know if that's... Hab says you've truly had Spurs' pants down. Not going to lie, I don't think most big clubs look at 40 million and say, okay, that's fair. Yeah, they seem pretty happy in the comments with it, it seems.
And this next one from Fran says, we are getting 40 million euros. Oh my God, I love the Premier League.
These Atletico fans are absolutely loving it. They're loving it. Which I don't know what it says about the transfer. It was always not great when you see those comments. But as you say, Juve, they were delighted to get rid of Decky and Bentancur, and they were great for us.
Yeah. There was another comment I saw underneath one of these comments. I can't find it right now, but the general sentiment of the comment was, I think it was from this guy, and he said 50 million for Cunha and now 40 million for Gallagher. I mean, like, Cunha's a fantastic player. And it seems like Atletico were happy to see the back of Cunha.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if that's the case, which they were, by the way, he was definitely struggling at Atletico, Cunha. Moved, and what a player he's become. So yeah. Maybe there's a lesson there as well.
And like I said, you can draw maybe some parallels to the Bentancur and Kulusevski situation as well. And also maybe sometimes it just doesn't fit. You can be a good player and it just doesn't work out at a certain club. That could be a case of it as well. But, when you thought about Conor moving to Atletico, you thought it would have been a good fit.
Yeah, in theory, I thought that's perfect, but didn't turn out to be.
Tottenham Independent Transfer Story says, to be fair, Conor Gallagher, he hates Tottenham Hotspur, so we already have that in common.
No one hates Spurs like Tottenham fans.
Lily White Lab says, this isn't about Gallagher. As I spoke about in my video earlier, I actually think he's a good player. It's the fact that the club are clogging up the squad with profiles we don't need and neglecting everything else we do need to improve our squad or our team. Could Gallagher be slightly better than what we have? Maybe. But what does that mean for the next windows? We've just signed Bentancur to a new contract. We have Sarr, Bergvall and Gray Bissouma still hasn't been shifted. We now need to shift at least 2 or 3 of these before we can actually solve the issues that we have in man midfield. Signing like these just set us back years, and everyone complains when we can't shift our deadwood.
I mean, there is some truth to that. There is some truth to that. As much as I think Gallagher is better than a lot of the midfielders he mentioned on that list, or maybe the best, to be honest. There's a case for it. But
do you agree that it's only slightly improving the level of the squad?
In terms of actual overall ability, I think right now he is much better than the likes of Sarr, Bergvall, Gray. Don't get me wrong, he is. But in terms of their ceiling, I don't think it's that different. I think Bergvall could be as good as Gallagher in a couple of years' time. I think Sarr has similar level to him. Gray, we don't really know yet, but I think obviously he's got high potential. So I think he's a better midfielder for sure than Bentancur because obviously they're a similar age. So, you can compare them. I think these guys are much, much younger than Gallagher by about 5 or 6 years. So they've got a lot more developing to do. But from that point of view, you'd say, okay, allow them to develop while you have Gallagher there as your starter. But that's a lot of midfielders there, isn't it? You are clocking it up. So I get what you're saying. I think as a potential and a ceiling, I think the midfielders there could easily be just as good as Gallagher, maybe in a few years. But right now, I do think Gallagher is better.
You look at those midfield options, he doesn't mention Paulinho. Obviously, he's on loan, so we don't know what's going to happen to him past this season. It's very likely that, he's not even here next season. Bissouma, he's not going to be here next season. We know that. He's going into the last few months of his contract. So I think putting Bissouma in that kind of sentence is probably just making it seem a bit worse than it probably is. Sarr, Bergvall and Gray, I think there's validity to that. I think one of them, most likely Sarr, will probably have to be moved on.
Unless you loan out Gray or something.
I wouldn't be against that.
I mean, if we've got the players, if Gray get a Premier League loan in him, maybe it would help.
Yeah. But look, I think the general sentiment of the tweet saying that we are clogging up the squad with kind of similar profiles and we need that kind of different... Well, look, we've spoken about it so much.
That's an issue,
Yeah. TFC Maastricht says, we identified the perfect profile in Curtis Jones and then went for Gallagher. Why can't you bring them both?
So this is... you can see what Jones offers there. High pass success rate, high progressive passes. He's in the we're covering him up at the moment, but he's right there, top right, and apparently we're interested in him. We're looking at the data, and that's probably why. And you can look at our midfielders as well. Look how just all of them near the bottom of the progressive pass list.
Yeah,
which is why we're struggling so much. Whether that's a team thing, a player thing. But,
Do you think it is more of a tactical thing than a personnel issue?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's more of a tactical issue, but I also think whatever tactics we play, I don't see any of those players ever being near the top, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of them are good enough to be near the top.
Yeah. The thing is with Jones, though, and why I have a bit of a problem with this tweet is, first of all, we can identify Jones all we want. He plays for Liverpool. He's a Liverpool boy, He's come through the academy there. He's played a significant part of their season. He's probably been one of their better players this season. So in what world do us as Spurs fans think that we can convince Jones to even come here?
Unless he's out of favour, but at the moment he seems to be playing a lot, so I don't see how we... unless they're looking to upgrade him, they're happy to sell for a decent price.
That's not this January, though, is it going to be? That if that'll be anything the earliest of summer, and even then it's probably a bit unlikely.
Yeah, I think signing Jones is a bit fanciful, especially I think if we were in a different situation, maybe we could convince him. But right now, with the mess we're in, and obviously he's playing fairly regularly for Liverpool, I don't see that happening. But I also feel like they've never truly trusted him to be their starter. So I think there is a chance to maybe get him in if you say, look, you come in, we'll build the midfield around you, you're going to be our main player. I think that you can build a case there, but with what we are right now, I don't see him thinking, you're...
Is he good enough for that, though? Is he good enough for us to highlight him and say, look, we're going to build a team around you?
I think he's good enough to be a starter in our midfield.
But like to build the team around and be a star?
Maybe not build the team around. Maybe that's a bit much, but I think to have him be the tone setter, I think he is good enough.
So this one's great. Make Chelsea great again, says Gallagher. I can't believe you turn your back on Chelsea for Spurs after everything we've done for you. You sold him, mate. Chill out. This is brilliant. Let's go have a watch of this.
The one that made sense for me, proper fucking Chelsea, bro, was Conor Gallagher, fam. I don't care, fam. I used to be on the front lines for Gallagher. Man would
used
tell
to be
you,
on the front lines for Gallagher,
bro. When we signed Enzo, I said, no, fuck that. We got Gallagher at Palace. What season? Gallagher was the scapegoat. Man used to ride pause for Gallagher, bro. In the 6, the 8, the 10. Man, I had mad love for you, Gallagher, bro. I swear down. I was on putting my own piece down for the banner when the man was talking about the banner. Man was willing to put my own funding out there for you, cousin. I got a t-shirt upstairs.
He spent his own money on that banner, Connor.
That says they sell Gallagher, we riot. That's how much I fucking hate you, Gallagher. And you're gonna backdoor us for fucking Spurs. For Spurs. What the fuck are we doing? They're 17th in the league, Cuzzy. Why would you do that? Villa are challenging for the Champions League. Villa in a good position. That's a good team. I would understand that. You could go there, fly straight. You're rejecting Villa for Spurs. Are you fucking tapped? Are you actually tapped, bro? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, I don't even get it, bro. What, like, man, them showed you love, cuz. Man actually showed you love, bro.
I actually showed you love.
You was actually family, bro. It's not
He was
like
actually family.
Like
I was with you since day one.
Bro? Man, I'd love for you, Gallagher. For what, though? Why would, like, Spurs, bro? You know what that shit means. It's not like you don't get it, bro. You know what that shit means, fam.
Oh, God. Poor guy.
You know what? Like, this is
Is this just red video?
Oh, I thought it was the end of it.
He speaks more.
Fans that don't even know what the bridge is, bro. You man that never seen Matthew Harding stand in your life, bro. You man that don't know the difference between Shed and East Stand, West Stand, all of that. You fucking pricks on this mess. Because when Gallagher was starting for us every fucking week, you lot were online scapegoating him when he was mashing in more works than Enzo that year. And he cost us no money. You lot enabled all of this fucking shit. He probably fucking done that decision because he seen what the fuck you man was doing when he was playing for us.
He's playing.
And he went fucking
Oh my
Mozambique or something, bro. You don't even. Fuck this, bro.
Oh, that is a generational head loss.
But you know, this is the thing. I'm more excited about the Chelsea head loss, the ones that love Gallagher, proper Chelsea and all that. This is what I'm most excited about out of everything, more than what he's going to bring to the team. Like, literally, it is the best thing in the world.
Man, this guy rode for him from day one. Day one, he stabbed him in the back. He showed him love. He was part of his family. He invited around for dinner.
And he also tweeted out before that, if Gallagher goes to Spurs, he's dead to me. Can't believe we still think it's not true.
Oh, poor guy.
Man.
Poor guy.
Nothing better than Chelsea and Arsenal head loss, man.
Phenomenal. And he did this a great head loss when Xavi signed for us as well. That was brilliant.
Olivia says, I don't really see an issue with Gallagher going to Spurs. His boyhood club didn't want him, so let him go. He has to be selfish and go to where best suits him. Spurs offering him a permanent deal whilst Villa was alone. Also, London versus Birmingham, easy decision. Don't blame him at all.
That's another Chelsea fan. It's a more level-headed approach.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Very two opposite ends of the spectrum there.
This one is from Spencer Mossman saying, Conor Gallagher to Spurs. Strong Premier League experience and age, profile mix at appropriate enough price, willing shooter, pass accuracy metrics exceed volume, contextualize with the fact that he sees touches both early and late in possession, suggests he could scale with more in-possession responsibility, plus a ball carrier, plus an active defender, not particularly clinical defender. Spurs midfield remains completely bereft of natural progressors, which he is not. Profile overlap with Lucas Verval could limit his development. Bottom line, not a huge fan of his fit with Spurs on the surface due to what I perceive there needs to be and how I believe Gallagher best fits into a team, and isn't an indictment of the player. I think that's what's needed. Profile, then 40 million is a solid price to play for his level. P.S. I've been working on creating a tool for me to scale my visualizations faster, blah, 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 blah.
But yeah, so what I think is interesting is this: if you the dot graph there, you can see just how he compares with some of our passes there on the bottom right. It's probably hard to see, but in terms of progressive passes, he's quite similar, to be honest.
Yeah.
Progressive passes completed. Him, Sarr, Gray, Bentancur, Paulinho, all quite similar. Bergval highest when it comes to ball carrying, progressive runs. He's a bit higher on that level. So yeah, I guess his point is, does he change much in that sense? And that's obviously the big issue, I guess. And obviously 40 million is, I'm guessing, is fairly significant part of our transfer budget. But
well, it's the fee we let go of Brendan Johnson for, pretty much.
True, 1 in, 1 out. So from that point of view, it's not too bad.
I think the price for Conor Gallagher is a fair price. I think it's probably, like I said with Brennan, about market value.
Yeah, 40 million euros, 34 million pounds. I think it's not bad.
Kane from the lane said, if we want to act like a big club, Wharton or Anderson. If we want to act like a smart club, Smith or Scott. If we want to act like Tottenham, Gallagher.
That's how a lot of people feel at the moment. It's just not a smart signing as much as it's like a signing just to get a name in the door who we know is a good midfielder, but is it a player which is like a smart piece of business? I mean, given the price, it's not terrible, but
I think it's a decent bit of business. I get the issues and I get the fans' frustration in terms of what we need in this squad, but the reality is that Bissouma's pretty much out the door. Bentancur's out for 3 months. We don't know how long this Bergvall injury is going to last. You know what I mean? We're just lacking in numbers, even from the other aspect of the midfield. So I think it's a good signing for the squad, and I think it raises the level. Does it solve the problems that we've been seeing all season? No, we still need to focus on that.
And we were saying yesterday, all of a sudden with Bentancur's injury, centre mid probably becomes the largest priority all of a sudden, because obviously it's such a crucial part of the pitch. You just need bodies in there, and obviously we can't keep relying on Graham Paulinho forever. I know Sar's back soon, but still we need another one on top of that. So yeah, I'm pretty content with this. I'm not like jumping for joy, but I think it's a good signing. I don't have massive issues with it.
The reality is Gray has been playing week in, week out alongside Bentancur.
Yeah.
Right? So now you assume Paulinho is going to come in for Bentancur and Gallagher will come in for Archie Gray. And Gallagher to Gray is a massive upgrade in my opinion.
I would love one day, like if we're against like really attacking teams, a double pivot of like Bergvall and Gallagher. I would love to see that and what that's like.
Yeah,
I think that could be, because yes, there's no pure defensive midfielder, but they both do a lot of running. They both commit a lot of challenges. Sometimes you don't need a pure defensive midfielder, and in those kind of games, I think that double pivot could be interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we see that under Frank.
No, I don't think so either.
Matt Law says Conor Gallagher due to start his Tottenham medical today. Really good signing, brings versatility, leadership, and of course quality. Instantly improves Tottenham, and that's kind of the way I see it.
Yeah, I think so. I think versatility as well. I think, that's another thing. He can once we do get Sarr back and whatever, he could be an alternative on occasion to Xavi in certain games, which is also maybe when we're playing, away from home against a really tough opposition, you play him in the 10, and that could be something that could work for us as well.
Yeah, when you're looking at our best performances so far this season, and you look at the intense press and winning the ball high up the pitch, like he's only going to add to that. And when we're in that kind of mode and playing in that sort of way, the way we want to see us play, I think he'll be pivotal to it.
Yeah, but he will be a player as well who'll probably frustrate you at some points, and he'll probably misplace a pass here and there, and you'll be like, oh, what's he doing? But I think in general, he'll add a lot to the team, I think.
What player doesn't frustrate us?
Yeah, absolutely right.
Tom Garrett says, Gallagher's a good signing for Spurs. Is he exactly the profile they need? No. Does he immediately become their best centre mid? Yes. Beggars can't be choosers, lads. Bentancur plays every week. You're also crap. And Gallagher is a proven top half Premier League player. It's solid business.
Yeah, and that's also how a lot of fans feel, I think. And I think that's a fair opinion to have. As much as, you can have all the tactical reasons why this player's not exactly what we need and blah, blah, blah. And that's absolutely right. They're right to have concerns, but at the end of the day, we still have this gaping hole in this midfield right now, especially with Bentancur's injury, and we just need someone. And that's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah. At the end of the day, right, who are we attracting in this January transfer window that is better than Conor Gallagher? Probably no one.
I can't see it.
Richard Cracknell, big up Crackers. He says, I like Gallagher. I also like Paulinho. You can take your laptops and go work out the XG on how many fucks I give. You don't like them.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Hundo says, Gallagher, Bentancur and Paulinho midfield.
This is the kind of technical quality we're going to be getting used to, I think.
In the short term... It's pretty much like our midfield now.
Yeah, true.